Chosen One, stop what you're doing right now. What I'm about to reveal will completely transform your life in the coming days. The message I received for you is urgent and powerful. I feel in my spirit that you're going through a decisive moment. The healing of your wounded soul is happening now. Can you feel this restoration energy surrounding your being? Or will you let the scars of the past continue defining who you are? This is the divine moment you've been waiting for. Before we continue, pause this video, like it, subscribe to the channel, and leave the word healing in the comments. The transformation has already begun, and I need you to stay with me until the end to receive the complete message. You didn't arrive here by chance. Chosen One, nothing you've suffered has gone unnoticed. Every tear shed in silence, every night you hugged your pillow trying to muffle your crying, every moment your heart was shattered by the betrayal of someone you trusted so deeply. All of this was witnessed by the watchful eye of the universe. The pain of betrayal you experienced was like a deep knife in your back. When that person in whom you placed your complete trust turned against you, the open wound was more painful than any physical pain you've ever felt. The feeling of being deceived, manipulated, and then discarded created within you a pain that seemed impossible to heal. You thought no one would understand the depth of this wound. How could they understand what it's like to be betrayed by someone you loved unconditionally? How could you explain that every memory became a dagger repeatedly piercing your heart? But now the time has come to understand a transformative truth. None of these pains went unnoticed by divine eyes. Each moment of anguish was recorded. Each tear was counted. The universe saw when you smiled in public but cried in private. It witnessed when you needed to gather all your strength just to get out of bed in the morning, carrying the invisible weight of betrayal. The truth is that you were never alone in your suffering. Even in moments when the pain was so intense that you couldn't feel anything beyond it, a greater force was by your side, witnessing your pain and preparing your restoration. This is the first powerful revelation you need to embrace today. The injustice committed against you did not go unnoticed. The universe has kept a detailed record of everything that happened to you, and now it's moving powerful forces to transform this pain into purpose. Understand that this divine recognition of your pain is the first step toward complete healing of your soul. When you accept that your pain was seen, validated, and recognized by a greater force, you begin to release the weight of carrying this pain alone. The betrayal you suffered created deep fissures in your trust, in your ability to connect with others, and in your own identity. You began to question your worth, doubt your discernment, and build walls to protect yourself from future pain. These are natural protection mechanisms, but now the time has come to release these defenses, for a new era is beginning in your life. The divine recognition of your pain is also a decree that justice will be done. Not necessarily earthly justice, but cosmic justice that will bring complete restoration to your soul. What was broken will be rebuilt. What was stolen will be restored in abundance. Now is the time to allow this truth to penetrate deeply into your being. You were seen in your moment of greatest vulnerability. Your pain was witnessed. Your anguish was recognized. And now, the forces of the universe are moving to completely transform this painful experience into a testimony of overcoming and power. From this moment, you're being released from the need to seek validation or recognition for the pain you suffered. The divine gaze has already validated your experience, and that is enough. Now you can begin to loosen the bonds of resentment and bitterness that have limited your ability to move forward. This revelation is not just a passing comfort for your wounded soul. It's a powerful declaration that your story doesn't end with betrayal. In fact, it's exactly from this point that your true story of power and purpose will begin to unfold in ways that surpass your current understanding. Chosen One, the time has come for a powerful release. For too long, you've allowed that wound of betrayal to define who you are. Every decision, every relationship, every opportunity, everything passed through the filter of that deep pain. But now, a transformation is happening in the spiritual realm. From this moment, you're being detached from the identity of a wounded person. The betrayal you suffered was real and painful, but it's not who you are. It was just a chapter, not the entire book of your life. For a long time, you've presented yourself to the world through the lens of this wound. Perhaps you've told yourself, I'm someone who was betrayed. I'm someone who can't trust. I'm someone who doesn't deserve loyalty. These false identities have created deep roots in your being, influencing how you see yourself and how you interact with the world. But now a powerful decree is being established. You will no longer be defined by this wound. Your true identity is being restored at this very moment. The layers of pain, distrust, and fear that have accumulated around your heart are being removed one by one, revealing the magnificent essence of who you truly are. You are much more than what happened to you. You are a being of divine purpose, endowed with unique talents and a specific mission in this world. Your capacity to love wasn't destroyed, only temporarily covered. Your ability to trust didn't disappear, it's just waiting to be awakened again. The restoration of your true identity isn't just an abstract spiritual process. You'll begin to notice tangible changes in your life as this transformation unfolds. People around you will notice a new light in your eyes, a new firmness in your voice, a new confidence in your steps. You'll begin to make decisions from a place of power, not fear. You'll begin to build relationships from a foundation of self-confidence, not distrust. You'll begin to pursue opportunities from a mindset of abundance, not scarcity. This is a decisive moment in your journey. The decree is being established. From now on, you will no longer be someone defined by betrayal. You are someone who experienced betrayal and emerged stronger, wiser, and more powerful because of it. Imagine yourself as a precious vase that was broken. For a long time, you saw yourself only as a broken vase, unable to contain anything good. But the truth is that you're being restored with gold in the cracks, becoming even more valuable and unique than before. Betrayal created fissures, but divine restoration is filling those fissures with pure gold. Your new identity is being forged in the fire of adversity, emerging more refined and powerful than you ever imagined possible. The same experiences that the adversary used to try to destroy you are being transformed into testimonies of strength and resilience. From today, when you look in the mirror, you won't see the wounded person who has carried the weight of betrayal. You'll see a warrior, a survivor, someone who faced the worst and still remained standing. You'll see someone whose inner light couldn't be extinguished, even by the strongest winds of adversity. The restoration of your identity will open doors that seemed permanently closed. Healthy relationships will begin to flow into your life. Opportunities that seemed unreachable will suddenly become accessible. Promises that seemed forgotten will suddenly be fulfilled. This isn't just a moment of healing, but of complete transformation. You're being renamed, redefined, recreated. The wound of betrayal will no longer be the main chapter of your story. It will be just a footnote in the grand testimony of your victory. Chosen one, notice what's happening at this very moment. A supernatural relief is taking over your being. That crushing weight of betrayal that you've carried for so long, it's being removed now. For years, you've carried an invisible but extremely real burden. The pain of betrayal has weighed on your shoulders like an anchor, limiting your movements, draining your energy, and preventing you from rising to the height of your true potential. This weight has affected every aspect of your life, your relationships, your health, your career, your inner peace. The feeling of having been betrayed created a weight on your soul that seemed impossible to remove. You tried to ignore it, tried to leave it behind, tried to overcome it by sheer willpower. But the truth is that this kind of weight cannot be removed by human efforts alone. Divine intervention is necessary, and that's exactly what's happening now. A spiritual operation is underway. Invisible hands are untying the knots that tied this weight to your soul. Celestial forces are breaking the chains that have kept you bound to this pain for so long. Can you feel it? It's as if breathing is becoming easier, as if a space is being opened within your chest, as if a lightness is beginning to flow through your being, replacing the density and gravity of pain. This isn't a gradual process that will take months or years. It's an instant liberation that's occurring right now as you receive these words. The decree has been given, and celestial forces are in motion to fulfill it. Your soul that has cried silently for so long is being wrapped in a divine embrace. An embrace that brings not just comfort, but deep healing. An embrace that says, "It's all right now, you're safe, you're being restored." Imagine this moment as a definitive turning point in your journey. Before, you walked bent under the weight of betrayal. Now you're being straightened, empowered to walk upright, with your head held high and your heart light. The nights of silent crying are coming to an end. The days of constant internal struggle are being concluded. The invisible battles you fought in your mind are being won once and for all. This weight that has been removed will not return. This liberation isn't temporary. It's a permanent change in your spiritual reality that will manifest in your physical reality. As this weight is removed, you'll notice tangible changes in your life. You'll sleep better. You'll have more energy. Your smile will return, not forced, but genuine. Your creativity will flow again. Your ability to connect with others will be restored. People around you will notice the difference, even if they don't know exactly what changed. They'll see a new light in your eyes, a new strength in your posture, a new confidence in your being. The weight of betrayal wasn't just emotional, but also manifested in your physical reality. Perhaps it manifested as chronic fatigue, unexplained pain, digestive problems, or a constant feeling of anxiety. As the spiritual weight is removed, these physical manifestations will also begin to dissipate. This isn't just a promise for the future. It's a reality that's unfolding right now. The relief is already beginning. The liberation is already underway. The weight is already being removed. Accept this truth. Allow it to penetrate every cell of your being. Breathe deeply and feel the space that's being created within you as this weight is lifted. You don't need to struggle anymore. You don't need to strive. Just receive. Receive this liberation. Receive this healing. Receive this new beginning that's being given to you. The weight is being removed now, and in its place, a divine lightness is filling your being. A lightness that brings with it new hope, new purpose, new life. Your soul isn't just being healed, it's being completely renewed. Chosen one, a profound transformation is occurring in the structure of your being. From this moment, a liberating truth is being engraved in your soul. You are no longer what they did to you. For a long time, the actions of that person who betrayed you determined how you saw yourself. Rejection made you feel rejectable. Abandonment made you feel abandonable. Betrayal made you feel unworthy of trust and loyalty. But this ends now. The power these actions had over your self-image is being broken. The false definitions you accepted about yourself are being dismantled. The lies you internalized are being exposed and removed. Understand this powerful truth. What someone does to you doesn't define who you are. The betrayal you suffered reveals the character of who betrayed, not your value. The abandonment you experienced shows someone's inability to recognize your worth, not your lack of worth. Your story is being reframed at this very moment. What before seemed a narrative of victimization is transforming into a testimony of overcoming. What before seemed a chapter of defeat is becoming a prelude to your greatest victory. A new identity is emerging from the ashes of betrayal, an identity not built on what was done against you, but on who you truly are in your essence. An identity forged not by the blows you received, but by the strength you showed in enduring them. Visualize this process as an alchemical transformation. The pain of betrayal is being transformed into wisdom. Distrust is being transformed into discernment. Vulnerability is being transformed into authenticity. What was sent to destroy you is being reconfigured to strengthen you. This reframing isn't just a change of perspective, it's a literal rewrite of your story at the spiritual level, which will manifest in every aspect of your life. The same experiences that once made you shrink in shame will now become the foundation of your testimony of overcoming. Who are you really? You are a being of purpose, endowed with unique talents and specific abilities that the world needs. You are someone capable of extraordinary resilience, as evidenced by the fact that you survived what should have destroyed you. You are a chosen vessel, refined by the fire of adversity to carry a special treasure. From today, when someone asks about your story, you won't begin with, "I am someone who was betrayed." You'll begin with, "I am someone who overcame." Betrayal will no longer be the main chapter of your narrative. It will be just a footnote in the grand story of your life. This reframing will also affect how you relate to others. You won't approach relationships anymore carrying the fear of a repetition of betrayal. You'll approach with wisdom acquired through experience, but free from the weight of paralyzing fear. Your ability to trust wasn't destroyed, it was refined. Now you trust with wisdom, not with naivety. You establish healthy boundaries, not impenetrable walls. You open yourself to genuine connections, not to just anyone who appears. This reframing will also transform how you see your future. Before, your expectations were colored by the trauma of betrayal. Now you're free to dream again, to set ambitious goals, to believe in unlimited possibilities. What was done against you is being redeemed and transformed into fuel for your purpose. The same intensity of pain you felt is being converted into an equivalent intensity of power, passion, and purpose. You are not what they did to you. You are what you choose to become from this moment. And that choice isn't limited by someone else's actions. It's empowered by the divine force that's reframing your story right now. Chosen one, contemplate this extraordinary revelation. What was sent to destroy you is being transformed into a catalyst for your greatest destiny. The betrayal that almost destroyed your life has just transformed into the key that will unlock your highest purpose. What seemed to be the end of your story was, in fact, just the beginning of a much more glorious new chapter. What seemed to be a door violently closing was, in reality, the sound of a much larger door opening. This is divine alchemy in action, transforming pain into purpose, poison into medicine, apparent defeat into extraordinary victory. The very event that the adversary used to try to destroy you is being reconfigured to elevate you to heights you would never have imagined possible. The betrayal you experienced created a fissure in your reality. Through that fissure, a new and powerful light is now penetrating, a light that illuminates paths you would never have discovered otherwise, a light that reveals purposes that were hidden until this moment. Can you see how everything is being reconfigured? The connections that were broken by betrayal opened space for new connections much more aligned with your true purpose. The plans that were interrupted gave way to a much more grand destiny than the one you had imagined. The pain of betrayal forced you to ask deep questions about your life, your purpose, your choices. These questions led you to a much deeper understanding of yourself and the path you should follow. Betrayal forced you to develop an inner strength you didn't know you possessed, a strength that will now be essential to fulfill the greater purpose that's unfolding in your life. See how what seemed to be your greatest defeat is becoming the foundation of your greatest victory. What knocked you down is now being used as the platform that will elevate you above everything you could have imagined. This isn't just a change of perspective. It's a tangible reality that will begin to manifest in every area of your life. You'll see doors opening where before there were only walls. You'll see opportunities arising from unexpected places. You'll see connections being formed that will lead you exactly where you need to be. The key to your destiny was hidden inside your greatest challenge. Betrayal, which seemed to be your end, carried within it the seeds of your new beginning. What was sent to destroy you is being used to rebuild you in a much more powerful way. Visualize this truth. Betrayal was like an earthquake that shook the foundations of your life. It seemed devastating at the moment. But now, from the ruins, a much stronger, much more beautiful structure is emerging, much more aligned with your true purpose. What you lost through betrayal doesn't compare to what you're about to gain. The relationships that were broken opened space for much deeper and more meaningful connections. The opportunities that were taken from you will be replaced by possibilities much more aligned with your true calling. This transformation of betrayal into a key of destiny isn't something you need to make happen. It's already in motion. The gears of the universe are already turning to reconfigure your reality. Your part is simply to recognize and align yourself with this divine process that's already occurring. The wisdom you acquired through the pain of betrayal will now become an invaluable resource in your journey. The discernment you developed will be like an internal compass, guiding you toward your true north. The strength you cultivated will be the fuel that will propel you toward your destiny. This is a powerful truth that you must fully embrace. What was sent to destroy you is being transformed into the key that will unlock your divine destiny. Betrayal wasn't the end of your story. It was just the catalyst for the most extraordinary chapter that's about to begin. Chosen one, a glorious truth is being revealed now. What hurt you so deeply will not only be overcome, it will be transcended with dignity and honor. This isn't a process of simply surviving the pain, but of emerging from it completely transformed, radiant, and powerful. The wound of betrayal that you carried for so long is being not just healed, but transformed into a testimony of overcoming so powerful that it will inspire multitudes. What was sent to shame, you will become the foundation of your highest honor. Understand the power of this transformation. The same pain that made you hide from the world will now push you to the front of the stage. The same wound that made you question your worth will now be the irrefutable proof of your extraordinary strength and resilience. Many around you will witness this metamorphosis and be amazed. They will see how you faced the worst betrayal imaginable, and instead of being destroyed by it, were refined and elevated. They will see how you transformed your pain into purpose, your wound into wisdom, your fall into ascension. This testimony of overcoming won't be a whisper, but a powerful roar that will echo in the lives of many people. Your story of triumph over betrayal will be like a beacon of hope for others who are going through similar situations. Visualize this extraordinary moment. The same people who witnessed your fall will now watch astonished your rebirth. Those who doubted your ability to recover will now see you not just recovered, but completely renewed and operating at a level of power they never imagined possible. This overcoming with honor isn't just for your personal vindication, although that will also occur. It's primarily to manifest a living testimony of how the greatest pain can be transformed into the greatest beauty. The honor you'll receive won't just come from external sources, although that will also happen. The deepest honor will come from the internal recognition of the extraordinary journey you've traveled and the amazing person you've become through this process. This overcoming with honor also means that you won't need to use your story as a weapon or as an excuse. You'll carry it with dignity, without bitterness, without thirst for revenge, without needing to prove anything to anyone. This is the true mark of overcoming with honor. The ability to carry your story with grace and use your experience to elevate, not to destroy. The rebirth of the chosen one isn't a small or private event. It's a spectacle of transformation that will be visible to everyone around you. Like a phoenix rising from the ashes, more beautiful and more powerful than before. You'll emerge from the experience of betrayal completely renewed. People who don't even know your story will feel the energy of your transformation and be attracted to you. They'll feel the authenticity and strength you now carry and will want to know your secret. And what is the secret? It's that you discovered that the greatest pain can become the greatest purpose when delivered to the divine process of transformation. You discovered that no wound is powerful enough to destroy a spirit that refuses to be defeated. This is your moment of rebirth, chosen one. The butterfly doesn't just survive the process of metamorphosis, it emerges completely transformed, with a beauty and capabilities that didn't exist before. In the same way, you aren't just surviving betrayal, you're being completely transformed by it. The honor that accompanies this overcoming isn't a distant prize for which you must strive. It's a reality that's already unfolding. It's a mantle of dignity and purpose that's already being placed upon your shoulders at this very moment. Many will see this rebirth and be inspired to believe that their own wounds can also be transformed. Your testimony will become a catalyst of hope and healing in the lives of countless people. What was sent to destroy you will become an instrument of liberation for multitudes. This is divine alchemy in its most glorious expression, transforming the deepest pain into the highest honor, the most devastating betrayal into the most inspiring testimony, the most humiliating fall into the most dignifying ascension. Chosen one, we've reached the end of this journey of revelation, but only the beginning of your complete transformation. The healing process that began today will continue to manifest in every area of your life in the coming days and weeks. The betrayal that almost destroyed your soul has now become the catalyst for your greatest transformation. The wounds that seem to define who you are being reframed into testimonies of strength and resilience. What was sent to destroy you is being used to elevate you to a new level of purpose and power. Remember that you're no longer defined by the wound. You are not what they did to you. You are a being of divine purpose, refined by the fire of adversity and emerging stronger, wiser, and more powerful than ever. The weight of betrayal is being removed from your soul at this very moment. You can feel this lightness growing day by day, replacing the density of pain that you carried for so long. Take a deep breath and feel the space that's being created within your being. The complete healing of your soul isn't just a distant promise, it's a reality that's manifesting right now. Each passing day, you'll feel more clearly the freedom of no longer being defined by the betrayal you suffered. Many will witness your rebirth and be inspired by your journey. Your story of overcoming will become a beacon of hope for others who are still trapped in the clutches of pain. If this video touched your heart and brought healing to your soul, don't keep this message just for yourself. Share it with someone you know who's struggling with the pain of betrayal. Like this video and subscribe to the channel to receive more messages of transformation and healing. You were chosen for this extraordinary journey. Betrayal wasn't your end. It was just the beginning of a much more glorious chapter of your life. Walk in confidence, knowing that your soul is being completely restored and that your purpose is being fully activated. Your time of renewal has come, chosen one. The healing of your soul is complete.